Slipknot, from Ang. News, the debut studio album by American nu metal group Slipknot, released on 29 June 1999, the year the label Viaduct Roadrunner Records. The album spans several genres, but is generally known for its extensive percussion and overall heavy sound. It was well received by both music critics and listeners, which was the reason for the rapid popularity of Slipknot. The disc debuted at No. 51 on the Billboard 200 and was certified double platinum in the United States, making it the group's best-selling album. In 2011, Metal Hammer magazine named it the best debut album in the last 25 years. In 1997, after the release of the first demo album Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat, participants Slipknot continued work on the new material in the local studio Senior Audio with new singer Corey Taylor. Songs written and recorded were Slipknot, Gently, Do Nothing, Tattered and Torn, Heartache, A Pair of Scissors, Me Inside, Coleslaw, Carve, Windows, and May 17. In 1998, the band attracted more and more attention to record labels such as Epic and Hollywood Records. The group wanted to work on the recording of their debut album with producer Ross Robinson, and after meeting with the band, Robinson signed Slipknot on their own label IM, but later helped sign them Viaduct Roadrunner Records. Slipknot left Des Moines, Iowa, and moved to Malibu, California, where there was a studio Indigo Ranch, in which the band started recording the album September 29, 1998. The recording process for the album was very aggressive and chaotic, as Robinson sought to capture the intensity the band created during their live performances. Within 3 days, all drum parts were recorded, which contributed to the appearance of a live sound in the album, which the group considered an integral part of their musical direction. By November 11, 1998, the band completed recording the album and returned to Des Moines. During Christmas, guitarist Josh Brainerd, who had recorded all the guitar parts in the songs by this point, left the band. The reasons for his departure were unclear. It is widely believed that the reason was family circumstances, but Brainerd denied these rumors, explaining that some decisions were made that did not please me too much. He was replaced by James Root, with whom the band returned to the studio in February 1999. Slipknot finished recording during this period, adding 2 additional songs, a re-recording of Me Inside, and a new track, Purity, which is the only track from the album recorded with James Root. The mixing steps were challenging, as drummer Joey Jordison and producer Robinson mastered the entire album with analog equipment rather than the then more common digital format. The Snap track, which is a bonus, became the soundtrack for the movie Freddy vs. Jason. And the track Eyeless appeared in an episode of the crime series The Sopranos. The album's style is characterized as nu metal, but it also shows influences from other genres, such as alternative metal and rap metal. Music critics have also noted the influence of industrial. Using a group of percussion, turntablism and samples gave the album a dense multi-layered sound. Song theme. Album introduction, 74, 26, 17, 00, 00, 27, contains samples of the abstract sound of Craig Jones' sampler. The number in the track title is a barcode from the Mate, Feed, Kill, Repeat album. Word of the dialogue was taken from the 1973 documentary Manson and is by Corey Hurst. The phrase sounds like this: the whole thing, I think it's sick. Drummer Joey Jordison recalled the following about the song Sick. The track, Sick, was written during the very first rehearsal I did with Slipknot on September 15, 1995. We were the Pale Ones then, and the song was originally called Slipknot. It sounded completely different since Corey was not with us at the time. There is an explanation for the song Eyeless. When the band first came to New York to sign with Roadrunner Records, they bumped into a schizophrenic who was shouting, "You can't see California without Marlon Brando's eyes." From English, "You cannot see California without the eyes of Marlon Brando." This is the main meaning of the song. The song is also about Corey Taylor's father, which is sung in the phrase, "I am my father's son, 'cause he's a phantom, a mystery, and that leaves me nothing." Eeyore, a hidden track at the end of Scissors, begins after the end of the dialogue between the members of the band, recorded while they saw the scene in a porno movie in which they're coprophilia. It has been performed live many times and is featured on DVD Disaster Pieces and on the Live album 9.0 Live. In an interview shortly after the album's release, Jordison said that Corey Taylor's voice accelerated. Rick Anderson of AllMusic commented on Taylor's aggressive, interpretive writing. Discernible lyrics are not usually cited on the family website. Suffice it to say that the members of Slipknot are disappointed by their fathers, their hometown, or almost everyone else. He also noted Taylor's vocals on the track, Scissors, saying the following: Corey sings like she is about to cry. After the album's release, the band had to remove 2 tracks following allegations of copyright infringement. The tracks Purity and Frail Limb Nursery were inspired by a story posted online about a girl named Purity Knight who was kidnapped and buried alive. A site called Crime Scene presents fictional stories as true crimes. Initially, there were no disclaimers on the site stating that it was a work of fiction. Many readers believed the story was true, including Corey Taylor. I still think this story is true. It turned our whole world upside down when we read it. Can you imagine a girl being buried in the mud and all this nasty shit flowing down? This story hurts your head. The matter was complicated by the fact that audio samples from the author's site were included in the track, Frail Limb Nursery, which is a prelude to Purity. Taylor said that the song, Purity, was originally called Despised. The 10th anniversary version of the album has a demo track of this song called Despised. Taylor claimed that the text was written 5 years before the album's release. Only the name was inspired not history, but from such films as Boxing Helena and The Collector. However, the band only removed 2 tracks, Purity and Frail Limb Nursery, to prevent the entire album from being deleted. Slightly updated and standard versions of the album were released in December 1999, replacing both tracks with Me Inside. Despite the fact that Frail Limb Nursery never reissued, the song Purity was included in a DVD Disaster Pieces, in the Live album 9.0 Live, in a collection of Antennas to Hell, as well as Slipknot 10th Anniversary Edition. The album received critical and audience acclaim. After its release, the group gained popularity beyond their own expectations. AllMusic columnist Rick Anderson rated the album 4 out of 5 stars, calling it a favorable debut and stated, "Do you think Limp Bizkit is a heavy band? They are the Osmonds. These guys are completely different. And that's pretty impressive." Rolling Stone has stated that Slipknot's album is metal with a capital letter. Karen added that every raw and totally uncompromising track will hit the senses hard, and in 2001, Q magazine included the album in its list of heaviest albums of all time. CME and Russian ranked the album as the 12th largest editorial pick in 1999. The album was also included in the book 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die, from English. 8001 Music Albums to Listen to Before You Die, by Robert Demery. The song The Wait and Bleed was nominated for a Grammy in the category Best Metal Performance by, but lost to the song Elite group Deftones. She also hit the list of the greatest metal songs of all time, the 36th place according to the V. The release of the album and subsequent tours greatly increased the group's popularity. The release became the best-selling extreme metal album at the time. He has been estimated as the best-selling metal debut in history to Nielsen SoundScan. Almost a year after Slipknot's release, the release went platinum, and in 2005, 2x platinum according to the Recording Industry Association of America. In Canada, the album became platinum version Music Canada June 10, 2000. In the UK, the album received the status of platinum version P October 17, 2008. In our online store you can order clothes with the image of the Slipknot group. Follow the link below the video and order products.